Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The run inside. It's Jackson. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. St. Clair with the catch. It's Roberts. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. On the run, it's Jackson. Fighting off the defender.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Caught. Breaks into the open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Buckeyes are marching down the field.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do it.
And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. Left side is Jackson. Snags it and he's open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. The option, the keeper. He breaks a tackle. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. There he goes. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. From the gun, it's Owens.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Long way to go on second down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Reed pulls it in, turning it on. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Hits inside. It's Owens. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Morrow. Maybe a crease. Inside the 10. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? margin. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited. And you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a crease, it's Jackson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Second down coming up. Tavian St. Clair just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They've got a first down here to open the period. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this right now.
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out wide left, it's Horton. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. He's changing the play. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Great place to start for this offense. Running inside, it's Jackson. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Yeah, and you've already seen him make a critical mistake earlier in the ball game, and you're going to make more of them if you don't make your feet a priority. Just pause for a second, steady those feet, get them quiet. Now I can make a more accurate throw.
Look out! Just gets rid of that one.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Throwing St. Clair. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Again, it's St. Clair. Right side, it's Smith. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Left side is Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow?
Wide open spaces. Big pickup on the play before he's finally stopped, and that carries us into the break and the final 2 minutes coming. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Reed to throw. Picked off. inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Roberts. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the grab. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front.
A lot of room to the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Snags it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The ride. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Gonna run it. It's Owens. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Making the adjustment on the play. Reed. Throws to the wideout. Gets a hand in there.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
3rd and long right here. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Timeout signal 4 by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. St. Clair. Rush right in his face. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get things cooking with Army taking on the number 18 team, the Tulane Green Wave.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
And it's the Black Knights with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Reed to throw for it on fourth. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Texas A&M going up tempo. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Buckeye. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
On the move, it's Owens.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing Reed. Still looking. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. In the gun, third down, Reed. Unleashes one. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet, Kevin.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll run it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Under pressure. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Second and long here. On the run, it's Rodgers.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Third and long coming up. St. Clair fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Now from inside the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Powers inside. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it back looking for help. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Quarterback changing the play. Using his legs, it's Owens. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll ride him again. Got enough for the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Throws it off the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a third and long. Reed. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He fires to the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Just had to get rid of it.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Throwing St. Clair. Right side, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Buckeyes in the hurry up.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking and they can just run the football up multiple possessions, they're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
On a ground to cover here on third and long. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up fourth down from the 43.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. Fourth down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the fourth down.
Fourth down, St. Clair. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day,
he is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here. Here's Reed to throw. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
and that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. They'll take the penalty and move them back.
Right, here we go. Here we go, ready. Go.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything is worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Right back to it. And he's brought down after a short game.
I love when offenses are stubborn and they run the football, and that's a really good thing. Those are body blows that sometimes throughout a game can lead up. But the offensive line, they got to pave a little bit better room. Like, there needs to be a little bit more room so this guy can break free and get in the open field, try to make a play. Now it's 3rd and 6, so now probably a passing situation.
3rd and 6 yards to go. St. Clair. Got his man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Throws to the tight end. Lucky to get it off.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces the third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.